What's going on, guys? It's Sean here, and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 3 Retro Tinker SP in the Air Max 1 colorway. These dropped on March 30th for $225 US or 300 Canadian dollars, and the official colorway for this shoe is white, university red, and neutral gray. As the name of this shoe suggests, Tinker, this version of the Jordan 3 is inspired by the original sketch of the Jordan 3 by its designer Tinker Hatfield. Being the fourth official Tinker 3 Jordan to release, this colorway is inspired by the iconic Air Max 1. So for those of you guys who aren't aware, Air Max 1 was also created and designed by Tinker Hatfield as well. So I guess in some sort of crazy way, it sort of makes sense to mash up two of his most iconic designs. Of course, being such a controversial design, there's bound to be people that either hate this shoe and love it, and for me personally, I actually really love them. So jumping straight into the shoe, the upper of these Jordan 3 Tinkers is constructed using this very tumbled, high quality white leather. This leather to the touch feels very nice, and after even wearing these for an hour, there's barely any creasing on my toe box. Drawing inspiration from the original colorway of the Air Max 1, wrapping around the bottom half of the shoe, we have this red suede. So you see on the toe box, not only is the normal placement of the Jordan 3 mudguard done in red, but there's another layer behind this that extends upwards, essentially connecting the front mudguard with the back. Running up the center area of the shoe where the eyelets are, so at the very top we have these red eyelets, and then below this we have these three rounded triangles, which has this perforated gray leather behind it. In terms of laces, so these come with your standard white colored flat lace, but they also give you two other laces if you want to mix it up, so there's a red pair and a gray pair. Underneath the laces we have your tongue, so the bottom half of the tongue is done in this perforated white leather, and then the top half is done in that tumbled leather. Stitched onto the very middle, we have this red Jumpman as well. On the back side of the tongue, similar to the other colorways of the Jordan 3 Tinker series, we have Tinker Hatfield's signature embroidered in black. As we move on to the midfoot of the shoe, so on the lateral side, based off of Tinker Hatfield's original sketch, the Jordan 3 did have a Nike swoosh. For this colorway specifically, they've modified it a bit by incorporating interchangeable swooshes. So the default one is a white leather swoosh, but in the box they also give you four other options. So there's a 3M swoosh, there's a red swoosh that's done in suede, there's another suede swoosh in gray, and then last but not least, there's the elephant print swoosh. So this is a really unique feature as you can interchange the swoosh based on how you want the shoe to look. For me, I'm probably gonna either keep the white swoosh or switch it up to the red suede one. On the medial side, there is no swoosh, and instead we have the Nike word mark embroidered near the ankle collar area. As we move towards the back of the shoe, so this top ankle collar area, this is done in this perforated gray leather, and of course we have this plastic pull tab on the back with the Nike Air branding done in red. So the interior of these Jordan 3s is lined in this gray textile, and then as I take out the insole, these come with this red colored insole with the Nike Air branding found on the heel. Hanging off the shoe, they also give you this red hang tag. So the upper of these Jordan Tinker 3s sits atop this white colored midsole. Encapsulated within the foam, we do have a Nike Air sole unit, and this is visible underneath the heel. As I flip these over to the bottom, so here we have your standard Air Jordan 3 outsole. So for the most part, this is done in this light gray rubber, but we have this accent of black on the forefoot, along with this Nike branding underneath the heel. So in terms of sizing, so my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I got these in my normal Jordan 3 size, which is a size 10.5. For most people, sticking true to size should be okay, but for some reason, I've always kind of preferred the half size up on my Jordan 3s. But don't worry, these do feel and fit exactly like all my other Air Jordan 3s, so I'd recommend just sticking with your normal size. Comfort-wise, so I've always been a fan of the Jordan 3 from a comfort standpoint. There's something about this model, maybe it's the insole, maybe it's a bit thicker, but to me, when I wear these, they feel very nice. As I mentioned from the start, so I've worn these for a while already, and this leather on the toe box was quite soft, there was no break-in time required, and overall I'm very happy with how these feel. Last but not least, in terms of quality, so I've read online that some people have had issues with their pairs. Specifically, I've seen a lot of bad stitching. Fortunately for me, my pair was perfectly fine, and in my opinion at least, the materials used were pretty decent also. However, given that the price point on these was fairly high, I feel like having quality control issues on your pairs is simply unacceptable. So with all that said, then let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. If you guys know me, you know that I love both the Air Max 1 and I love the Air Jordan 3. And this is based off of my opinion only, but I do love this pair. I know a lot of the times fusions just don't work, but in my opinion, I feel like Jordan Brand did a really good job incorporating aspects of the Air Max 1 while retaining the overall look and feel of a Jordan 3. So let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about these Air Jordan 3 Tinkers in the Air Max 1 colorway. Was this a cop or a drop for you? Or maybe are you guys waiting for these to drop in price? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on my Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.